What's going on, everyone? This is Dom, and today we're getting into a night shot comparison between the Galaxy S20 Ultra and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Which of these has the superior night mode? We're gonna find that out and put them through their paces with some low light photography, and also compare each device with night mode on versus night mode off, just to see how much of a difference that makes. And if you didn't catch my other camera comparison between these two, I will leave that linked in the description for you, and be sure to subscribe if you're new around here. But without any further delay, let's get started.
Essentially what night mode does here is it takes a series of photos at different exposure levels over a set period of time and then blends them all together to give you a final image. Alright, so first up we are taking a look at a tree, and I know you think, well, okay, tree, kind of boring, but what night mode did to this tree on both of these phones is incredibly impressive. I personally think that the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra turned out a little better in terms of the detail that it left available versus over on the iPhone here. It still looks good, just the color was a little wonky and the detail wasn't necessarily there. But if you see what these two photos came from, I mean, here's with night mode off, and then here's with night mode on. It's incredibly impressive what happened here. The next photo we have is of like kind of a drainage area, and personally I wasn't a big fan of how Samsung represented the colors in this one. It just kind of gave it this orange kind of hue, orangish yellow hue to it, and the iPhone more accurately represented the colors in that specific situation. And again, here's with night mode off on both devices, and then here's with night mode on both devices. So I think they both did well, but I definitely got to give the iPhone the win on this one. The next one that we have here, honestly, I think this is kind of a draw. I should say I'm not impressed with the colors here. The fact that we went from, well, night mode off to a much more vivid night mode on shot that you actually are able to see things in is nothing short of awesome here. Now we do have the other shot here of a car wash, and I think that the Samsung S20 Ultra did a little bit better in this department, at least in my opinion. And again, night mode off, and then we have night mode on right here, so you can see the difference between those two. Now coming up next here, we have a bush, and you can see that it kind of turned out a little on the wider side for both of them, when this bush, in reality, when we look at night mode off, was actually like a dark green. But basically night mode is freaking amazing on both of these devices. So let's roll through some other photos and be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments section. And I am running the latest software on both phones. Everything is up to date, so there's no kind of trickery happening here with that. Next here we have just a photo of a bridge, and I love that we can see the stars up here in the sky, and everything is well lit on the bridge here. And I mean, just compare that to night mode off. There was basically nothing there at first, and then all of a sudden, night mode on, there was a bridge. And this is actually under that bridge right there. I think both of the night modes on these cameras are pretty incredible. The iPhone tends to handle the colors a little better, but the S20 Ultra sometimes handles the detail better.
Alright, up next, I thought it would be fun to test the video capabilities in low light between these two devices. So we will test 4K video off the rear cameras and the front cameras to see how they stack up against each other.
Alright, so right now we are in a parking lot. It's dark out here, it's rather late, and I wanted to just do a front-facing video test on the Galaxy S20 Ultra versus the iPhone 11 Pro Max, so you can see how this works in a low light situation, or a dimly lit situation, I should say, because it is pretty dark out here and it's pretty damn cold, so I'm about to go. Alright, so here we are in the same parking lot, very dimly lit, you can see, and I'm just actually kind of walking around to give you an idea of stability on this whole thing. But it's pretty low light. We have the Galaxy S20 Ultra and the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and you can just see how things are operating here. Any darker than this though in the video becomes completely unusable.
Alright, so that about wraps it up for our night shot comparison between the Galaxy S20 Ultra and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Both of these have pretty amazing cameras. I was impressed by a lot of stuff here, but I want to know which one you think handled these situations better. Drop a comment below, and be sure to check the link in the description for a gallery with all of the shots that I took between these two devices, so you can kind of peep at them for yourself. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos like this drop in the future. Be sure to leave this video a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. This is Dom, and I will catch you in the next video.